Well, you know, when I first started in Slowpitch, it was interesting because I thought I would never play it. And a parent of one of my friends that I played high school football with had called me and said, hey, you know, we're playing softball this week, do you want to play? And I said, no. I ended up with nothing to do and went and watched the game. I thought, you know, this is a little different than I thought it was. Went and took BP with them the next week, and here I am 23, 4, 5 years later, and nothing's really changed. For me anymore, it's gotten to be about the people, you know, from the people at U-Trip, Dawn and Lori, that we work with on many levels as a manufacturer, as a coach, as a player, as a tournament director. And then, you know, my friends on the teams, my friends that I've developed on the other teams, my women's teams. To me, it's really more about the people. We get a lot of enjoyment out of the major program, and I think a lot of people kind of know what we've done as a company and as a family with the major program. But I really think, you know, for me personally, I've gotten the most enjoyment out of the women's program, you know, because they bust their butts, they raise money, they have to run fundraisers, you know, they're not getting paid to play, they don't have everything paid for. You know, I think there's a fine line between technology changing the game and making it better. I really believe what's happened has made the game better in many, many ways. And I think, like anything, it's an evolution. We're going to get better at it. USSSA has worked really hard at controlling, you know, not only bat technology, but ball technology. And I think all in all, it's made the game more enjoyable. As much as I love all the other women's and co-eds and everything, there's nothing like Disney, you know, and we were walking into Disney here on Wednesday, walking onto the field, and Brian Wegman turned to look at me and said, there's just something about this place. It gives me goosebumps as we walk onto the field. And there's just nothing like it in softball. And this is it. I mean, this has become the event. You know, when I'm finally done with this, I think it'll go back with what I started with. You're going to miss the people, you know, and it's not just the combat people. I have such close friends with Worth and Easton and friends with, you know, in the office at USSSA and umpires. I mean, ultimately it's people. And to me, that's all that matters. I mean, you know, the game is great, but to me, the game is a mechanism for me to spend 12, 14 weekends a year with with the people that you love. In softball, I think the moments that have been the most important to me, you know, the first time I ever went to the Smoky and played in that tournament, I'd heard so much about it from, you know, my brothers that had played and read about it and those type of things. Having Mike Masinko, work with Mike Masinko after watching him and seeing him as a kid come into Seattle and play my brother's team. The first time you ever qualify for the USSSA World Series is something you always remember.